Hey there, welcome to the second video in our 5-day series where we are talking about just the mindset blockers when it comes to productivity and making sure that we are doing what we need to do to make sure that we get more done in our businesses and our life in general. In the first video, we talked about how to take back control of our energy and just having the mindset of putting ourselves before our business. So taking the time to really center ourselves before we jump into our work. Today, we're going to talk about time or the fact that sometimes, a lot of times, we feel as like we just don't have the time to do what it is that we need to do, and just shifting our mindset around that altogether. I'm Michelle, Purposely Productive, and I help women build productive, profitable businesses without burning themselves out because we don't have time for that. And honestly, this is one of the biggest shifts that we can make, especially when life feels really full and we're trying to build something at the same time, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed. You know, I get it. I have a business that I'm building. I'm also a wife and a mom. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. Like, I'm all the things, and I want to make sure that I'm giving all the different parts of my life time, but also making sure that I am taking care of me, and so that I can show up in all the different ways that I want to and need to show up. I said all that to say is that we most likely are not just sitting around twiddling our thumbs. We are managing things. We've got our household, we've got our family, we've got our work, we've got all the different responsibilities in our lives. The real issue is not time, because, you know, when someone says, you know, just make time to do XYZ, that can get really, really frustrating because we can't come up with more time. But what we can do, and I want us to change our mindset, is that we can come up with more space. And so our time is already filled. That whole adage that, you know, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We do, but also we don't, because my 24 hours, they don't look like your 24 hours. What you have in your 24 hours may be a whole lot more overwhelming than what I have in my 24 hours. For me to just say, you know what, just make more time. No, I can't. I don't have the energy. I don't have the bandwidth to do that. And so what I want us to do is really ask ourselves, where can I make more space? Having that shift can really change what we're doing and how we're showing up. So oftentimes what we will do is wait for big blocks of time to do something. So we're trying to carve out like 2 to 3 hours, or a day that we can like clean out the garage, or a day that we can clean up our office, all of those things. And so our business is not built in big blocks, especially if we are doing this by ourselves, or we have limited help that is helping us to, you know, be able to delegate things. And so instead of looking for those big block of times, I want you to look for like 10, 15, 20 minutes where you can, in those small pockets of time, get some things done rather than waiting for the perfect time to get them done. And so if we shift our mentality to say, like, I don't need more time, I just need to use the time that I already have differently. I call them anchors. What we can do is find time without adding more stress, because we don't need that. If you look at your current day, are there time anchors that you can find? Is it earlier in the morning before everyone wakes up? Everybody always says that. If you're not a morning person, just don't. I used to be a morning person, but I'm starting to shift to not be a morning person. So that early morning before everyone wakes up doesn't work for me. But it might work for you if you're able to get up and get things done. It could be during your lunchtime. Yes, we need to take a lunch. It could be when you are, like when I let my dog out. You know, he already knows if I'm on a Zoom call, if I say it, he's going to come over here. But he knows how I end my Zoom calls. And so when I end those calls or a conversation with someone, he automatically comes up and he's like, okay, it's time to get up. And so we get up, we go outside, and I'm letting him run around for a little bit so he can get some fresh air. And I'm sitting there getting some fresh air too. But also during that time period, maybe I can check my email. And I can just quickly go ahead and clean up my inbox a little bit and get rid of emails that I don't need, so that when I sit down and do a full look at my email, then I have the things already marked that that need my attention in that time frame. Finding places where you can anchor time to. When I go pick up my daughter from practice, typically I'm sitting in the car for 30, sometimes longer, depending on how long it takes her to finish those sprints. And so during that time frame, I might be able to record some quick content for social media right there for my car, because my people already know, like if I'm doing a quick story or I'm doing a quick video that I'm going to upload to my Facebook page or Threads, it's okay for me to be in my car doing that. I don't need the full widescreen angle. So finding actions that you can do that are attached to other things, that are anchored to other things, will help you to be able to utilize the time that you already have and that already exists. The key thing, and this is what I love to say, is that it's the consistency that matters. So if you're consistently doing that and not really focused on the duration of time that it takes you, those 10, 15, 20 minutes, they're going to add up more over time. This next part really ties into what we discussed in day one and the importance of making sure that you choose what gets your time, what gets your focus, because if you don't, everything and anything will get it. We need to be intentional about setting our routines, setting our habits, and setting our schedule. Instead of starting your day reacting, decide ahead of time. What is one thing that deserves my time tomorrow? What is one thing that I truly need to focus on when I start my workday tomorrow? So then that way you can go ahead and protect a space of time for it and not really focus on your entire to-do list all at once, because that can be very overwhelming. You already know what you need to do. You've got that written down somewhere, right? Whether it's a notebook where you do actual pen and paper, or you have a notes, or you have it on one of your apps that you're doing where you're writing down and keeping track and logging the things that you need to do. When you look at that list, instead of focusing on that entire list, what's the one thing that's going to move the needle the most? What's the one thing that you need to make sure, if I don't get anything done tomorrow, I'm going to get this one thing done, and I'm going to make it my top priority to make sure that it gets done. This video was my top priority today. I said yesterday when I was closing out my day, I said I'm going to make sure that I get this video done and sent out so I can send out my email that I've already created. It's just waiting for me to plot this video in. And so when you look at your list at the end of the day to decide what you're going to do the next day, find a meaningful action that is focused on moving your business forward. That's not focused on other people or other priorities, but it's focused directly on moving your business forward. So it could be posting content, it could be following up with someone, it could be sharing your offer or showing up in your communities that you have. But this is how you're going to start building momentum again, so that you can continuously and consistently show up for you and your community and your business. So I want to make this really simple for us to do. Today or tomorrow, depending on when it is that you're watching this, I want you to find a pocket of time, 10, 15, 20 minutes, okay? Don't overthink this. And then I want you to choose just one action that's going to move your business forward. One thing. And then I want you to use that time intentionally. I want you to decide what time you're going to use it. Set a timer, talk to your device and say, hey, set a timer for whatever amount of time, and then focus directly on that without any distractions so you can get it done. When that timer goes off, stop. If you're not completely finished, don't worry about it. You can come back to it, but you've spent that time working on it and giving it your focus, time, and energy. And then you can find another 10, 15, 5, how many ever minutes you need so that you can come back to it and get it completed and finished. If you're not sure what that one action should be, you're like, Michelle, I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing. That is why I created my free 3-minute business clarity check. It will walk you through some simple questions to help you figure out what that is, so that when you do have those times and you're setting, that time aside, you can say, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on. This is what I'm going to work on to make sure that I'm moving my business forward so that I can focus on the priorities and the goals that I have set for me and my business. Okay. It's really quick to complete, helps you to decide what deserves your time so that you can stop feeling so scattered and start using your time with intention. I'm going to link it below in this video so that you can go ahead and start using it and start rocking it out. I want you to remember this. You don't need more hours in your day, okay? It's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to do that. Like we have that set amount of time that we all have. But if we can use the minutes that we have that are extra, anchoring them to things with intention, those small focused moments of time, they're going to help us build confidence, consistency, and results. And most importantly, they're going to remind you that you are moving forward in your business so that you don't feel stuck, so that you don't feel frustrated as though you're not getting the things done that you need to do. If you've been feeling like you just don't have the time, I want this to be your reminder. You don't have a full day. You just need a small, intentional start so that you can get that momentum to continue moving forward and making sure that you are prioritizing you first, and then that action task, that one key action task that's going to help to move your business forward. I want you to find your time. I want you to protect your focus. And then I want you to take one intentional step forward. Let me know down in the comments what's that one small pocket of time that you can start using today. And then if you're ready to get clear on what actually deserves your time, go ahead and grab my 3-minute business clarity check below so that we can go ahead and get more things done with intention and with focus. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already, because in the next video, we're going to talk about 3 tasks that actually matter the most in your business right now. I'll see you then. You take care.